This is the beautiful Roberta Flack, who recently passed away at 88 years old. Up top is a post from Sean Lennon, son of John Lennon, and he was saying how Roberta was good friends with his family. The Lennon family, John and Yoko Ono. It's crazy the things that you learn about people when they pass away. So shout out to Sean Lennon. You know, that whole term about giving people their flowers, I mean, it's been a term that's been around for a while now. It's great because we end up acknowledging people who are basically been in the industry for like 10, 20, maybe 30 years, which is fantastic because sometimes, and I think it's more from people in the 90s and the 2000s that doesn't get their love. But I think we need to start doing this for older artists. Like I said, Roberta passed away at 88. And sometimes with older people, they don't feel like they're being appreciated. And especially like older artists. And the one thing that I love and hate about when someone passes away, it's great because we get to acknowledge their greatness, but it's sad because they don't feel that greatness when they're still alive, especially when they're older. So I hope Roberta Flack felt love for people before she passed away, because she's one of the greatest artists ever. So I decided to compile a few songs. Some you may know, some you may not know. So if you're building a Roberta Flack greatest hits catalog, here's some things that might help you out. All right. Tonight I Celebrate with Peabo, Bryson. So Donny Hathaway, her duet partner for many years, passes away in 1979. And I guess the question would be, well, there's nobody who can sing with Roberta Flack like Donny Hathaway. There's nobody who can replace Donny Hathaway. Nobody. Then Peabo pops up. Now, Peabo doesn't sound like Donny Hathaway. Peabo got his own unique, great voice. But when you hear Tonight I Celebrate, it feels like a love letter between a husband and a wife. There is a warmth when Peabo sings to Roberta and Roberta sings to Donny. It's like you see like two people, a husband and wife, a longtime couple, and they're just singing, Tonight I Celebrate my love for you. It's so sweet. It's so nice. It's so loving. That's the era that you have like Endless Love of Lionel Richie and Diana Ross, or If This World Was Mine by Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn, where there's a warmth between two people. And they're not even a couple, but you feel the love between those two. It is so good. Shout out to Peabo Bryson. Next, Gone Away. Gone Away. I just came across this song in recent years. It is fantastic. It feels like a song that Isaac Hayes could have produced for Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight has a very strong voice, like a Aretha Franklin-ish type vocal, because Gladys was strong. Roberta doesn't have that vocal. She has a very strong, gentle voice, almost like in that Minnie Riperton category, where Minnie Riperton had a sweet but strong voice. Roberta had that voice where it's just gentle. She has a voice like your mom singing to you, or like your favorite teacher singing to you, because it's a feeling of everything's gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. It's like when I hear Angela Bassett talking, it just relaxes me. Roberta Flack had that voice. So Gone Away it's a nasty groove on that song. But the 4-minute mark, that's the sample T.I. uses for what you know about that. Hey, oh man, that 4-minute mark, listen to the whole song, because the whole song is great. But that 4-minute mark, it just kicks into another gear. Woo! I miss production like that. Next up, feeling like making love. It is a beautiful sensual song, nothing nasty. She sings like she's talking about like being in a restaurant, you're holding her hand, and she's basically telling you the things that turns her on. And then from that, she feels like that's the time I feel like making love to you. And it's nothing nasty. Never like climbing on top of somebody. Nothing sexual. It's just sensual. I miss a sensual song without being nasty. Can we go back to that? Is that really that hard? All right, now we're getting to the Donny Hathaway songs with Roberta Flack. Back Together Again. Very funky. Funky. It is the track that Biz Markie samples for It's Spring Again. It is such a funny track. Roberta and Donny proved that you can sing slow songs as a duet and do great up-tempo tracks at the same time. Sometimes people do either or. Either they're really good with the up-tempo or they're really good with the ballad. They were great at both. And Back Together Again is great. All right. We'll follow up with another Roberta Donny track. Where's the Love? The vocals that they have together, the way they weave in and out of each other's vocals is just magic. They go upper register, down a register. She starts, where is the love? And he comes in, where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? It's just the weaving back and forth of their vocals. Who does that today? Nobody. Nobody has vocals like that except like on TikTok. You hear those vocals on TikTok, but as far as like signed artists, there's no recent duet in memory that I can hear where I can hear just people's vocals go in and out and floats in air like butter. I love My Boo by Usher and Alicia Keys. It's kind of like that, but in recent times, it's not too many vocals that's great. Like Where's the Love by Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. Next, You Are My Heaven. Probably my favorite Roberta and Donny track is Up Tempo. It is two people in the studio with their headphones on, smiling. It is a band, studio sessions background singers smiling. It is the band smiling. It's just the most beautiful up-tempo cookout happy song you will ever hear in your life. Oh, so good. It is so tragic because you hear the warmth and the happiness in that song, and then Donny had all this inner turmoil. So when Donny Hathaway passed away, he fell out of a window, and Donny had some mental issues. And I'm sure him and Roberta talked about his struggles. And I know it crushed her when she learned that Donny passed away. They went to Howard University. Roberta preceded him, so they overlapped. But you felt that love between them, the vocal love between them, the musical love between them. Man, you just wish that Donny Hathaway was able to fight through his demons. But the songs that he gave us as a solo and with Roberta Flack is just amazing. You're On My Heaven is part of that. And I'll end the Donny and Roberta songs, The Closer I Get to You. Sweet, beautiful, loving, touching. I'm sure a lot of people used that song when they got married, or they used that song when they was making old school mixtapes. Man, the closer I get to you, the more you make. And he comes in over and over again. Oh, who does that? Who makes a sweet, beautiful, loving vocal like The Closer I Get to You? Nobody. Oh my God. So you guys are probably thinking, well, where is like Killing Me Softly? Because everybody plays Killing Me Softly. Killing Me Softly, because of the Fugees, became a big hit again. And I love Lauryn Hill. I love the Fugees. I love Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill's Miseducation is one of the most brilliant albums ever. X Factor by Lauryn Hill is one of my favorite tracks ever. But the difference between how Roberta sang Killing Me Softly versus what Lauryn did on the track with Pras and Wycliffe is that Lauryn used a lot of runs in her version of Killing Me Softly, and Roberta just sang it straight. And it's just her version, Roberta's version. They're both great, but Roberta's version is very gentle. And I don't know, because we heard the Fugees version for so long, I don't know if people are going to appreciate the Roberta version, but give it a try. Listen to both versions, but listen to the original Roberta version because it's very gentle and very sweet. And then there's The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face by Roberta Flack. That song, it was Clint Eastwood's first film he directed. It was Play Misty for Me. I think he played a DJ in it, and he had a caller that was stalking him or something like that. I think if I got that wrong, let me know. But he used a 5-minute version of The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face. They would never do that today in a film. They might play a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds. They would never play the full 5-minute version of that song. Her vocal is so sweet, so calming, so soothing. You know, Sade is like the only one I can think of who has a vocal like that where you just feel like, I like you. Everything's going to be all right. Yeah, but I miss a gentle vocal. And again, she wasn't a soft singer. She had a strong vocal, but it's just smooth and gentle and loving. So tell me, what is your favorite Roberta Flack song? Is it solo? Is it with Donny Hathaway? Who do you think of the past 40 years comes close to Roberta Flack when it comes to vocal or artistry or writing? She's brilliant, man. Rest in peace, Roberta Flack. And thanks to my parents. This is my parents' generation. And thank you for playing these songs for me. Because they loved her. I love her. And I love Roberta Flack. I love Donny Hathaway. Rest in peace to the best duet partners ever.